Sail Roosters. So, there's no bells today. I brought the ball, but not the bells. Which is, it feels a lot like the energies that are going on at the moment. This repeating moon that we're dealing with is in Cancer on the 20th. And it's a 369 moon, so it's a new moon with all kinds of cosmic possibilities. And the moon for the eclipse was also in Cancer, so it's a repeating moon. And we're asking the question, Roosters, what did you miss? I need to take my glasses off. There's so much heat in the air. I've had a holy fire session. And I feel the heat of the fire inside me. It's like having Muspelheimir from this deck. So this is Odin and the Nine Realms, Roosters. And we're asking, what did you miss? What did you miss on the eclipse that's coming back again now for you to fix? What did you miss? What's the energy, please, that Roosters missed? Very quiet cards. Roosters. What's the energy that Roosters missed? What's the energy that Roosters missed? It's like you missed nothing. You missed nothing. Just go and enjoy yourselves. Come on, can we please have a message for Roosters? What did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? Okay, so we've got Villoldo and Jormungandir. Let's put them this way round. So, Villoldo are Odin's brothers, and they created the world. They created Midgard when the giants slayed the giant Ymir. And you have Jormungadir, and this is the serpent who binds the entire world together with the rivers and the waters. This is the water serpent. So, Roosters, what did you miss? You missed the emotions of the earth. You failed to witness it's not like a cry, but you failed to witness the emotional siren that was singing the song of the earth song. You failed to witness it and see it. So, we're going to ask, I'm going to use this deck, the Muse Tarot, a little further question on what did you miss? So what did Roosters miss? That's not quite what we need. What did Roosters miss? What exactly did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? What did Roosters miss? Okay, so it begins with the Two of Materials. So the Two of Materials is the Two of Pentacles, and this is about a change of cycle. There's a blockage. Okay. So, look, everything we miss, we're meant to miss. You know, it's not none of this is a kind of criticism of you, but this is changing cycles. The cycles are changing. Underneath the foot, there is a crystal, a piece of hardness that's blocking you from connecting with the earth. And this is to do with Mars and Ceres. Mars is the C note of the bones. It's the grounding, the root chakra, this wonderful red rose that's down at the bottom. And Ceres is the sacral, the orange. And so here we have the Six of Inspiration, which has got that orange, but there's something very faded about this orange. But she stands in a landscape of mountains with the earth, and there's two flaming volcanoes. But you've got a massive amount of cosmic help coming in. There are so many stars forming a fractal pattern to help you this time with this moon. There's a butterfly that's caught my attention over there, calling out transformation, transformation. So this, at the moment in the cosmos, if you look at the planets from a heliocentric point of view, Mars and Ceres are right next to each other. They're almost kissing, and bearing in mind that Ceres is the sacral, this is the point at which we're supposed to be pulling our divine feminine consciousness, all the molecules of energy that make you you, that give you your soul contracts that are to do with your own personal journey, are just stuck. They're not pushing through into the earth plane properly, into this realm. And these cards are both very green. They're talking very much about the earth, the creation of the earth, and the creation of all the emotions, the watery flow around the earth has just been blocked within you. So there's emotional language, but the cosmos is shining a light down on each of us, everyone, not just you, Roosters, but it really is shining a light on everyone. To say this is the time to bring that energy of your Gaia consciousness down and into the earth grid through some kind of meditation. Now, your next three cards of What Did You Miss? We have the Ten of Inspiration. This is the Ten of Wands, which is usually to do with being overburdened. But in this card, it's about transmuting ancient DNA traumas that are attached to your physical body in your molecules. So in your DNA, there's a build-up of like plaque almost that needs to be shed and allowed to flow from within you. And the series of yaks across the bottom are talking about how this energy's been growing and 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 growing so that you can recognize it. But each yak is carrying the emotional soul residue, I want to say, of the energy of the past, of your ancestors. And the figure, you, has worked out now to pick up what truly belongs to you and only move forwards with that which is yours and not that which is inherited through your DNA. However, we have Temperance. And this is talking about a very difficult moon phase. There's a sense within this card, as she holds her head, that she's slightly withdrawn, slightly spooked. And this is the energy that's coming up with the 8-8 gateway, the Lioness portal gateway on the 8th of August. So this is a very important moon phase, this 7th moon phase that we're going through at the moment. And there is this repeat. It's like turning round the old and the past, the things that have been difficult, and switching it round and flowing into a new, brand new opening that will bring about the sunshine, bring about the joy. But last time you didn't reach that nirvana point. And actually look, down at the bottom of the card, her sacral is a light, but here's the clue, is the little tiny plants it's this connection to the natural world that you need to work on in this moon phase. So I'm going to say the importance of doing meditations, of bringing your consciousness down into the planet. And to do that, you really need to go and find a tree maybe, or go and sit somewhere outside that you feel very comfortable with, and ask the earth itself to just take your consciousness down on a journey into the center of the crystalline earth grid, so that you can witness the healing that you need to do. And the earth will take those energies and will transmute them, will remove the toxic plaque that's in your DNA. But you need to really try and meditate on the earth. And I don't mean a guided meditation, I just mean literally sit with the planet and just allow your energy to sink into the divine, the now divine masculine earth grid, to bring about these changes, okay? So your dreams need a practical plan and step out of your comfort zone. So we have North Node and we have full moon in Taurus. So full moon in Taurus is this kind of energy, the ending, the earthing, the reaching down, the coming into contact with, and very similar frequency backgrounds coming in, and this deeply red rooting of bringing your divine feminine energy down into the earth grid. And then you have step out of your comfort zone. The North Node is the aspect in your chart of who you are at the point of your birth. And the South Node is the direction that you're heading in. So by drawing this card, there is a sense that with the eclipse that just happened, you weren't yet able to set off on your journey towards your sacral. So we're going to now go to a different deck of cards, and we're going to ask the question, what will you be repeating? I think I might have to have an Odin card first. So, Odin cards. What are they going to be repeating? What are Roosters going to be repeating? What are Roosters going to be repeating? Elfhimir. Elfhimir. I'm just beginning to feel the sense of the light energy building, and that's perfect with the Elfhimir. This is the realm of the elves. Oh, that's interesting in that there's 8 crows across the top, and this totals 8, which I was thinking about earlier, the change. And then there are 2 crows at the bottom that are bringing in the new news, the new forms. Now, the elves are an incredibly benevolent, magical group who are so shiny that they're more beautiful than the sun itself. So they're bringing the gift to you of appreciating yourself and making yourself more shiny than the sun in terms of your frequency. And this is very much, they're standing in front of the Yggdrasil, they're asking you to connect with the tree of life, to go down into the roots and to explore the earth grid so that you can become this frequency, because this is a card of victory, the 6 of Wands. But the point was that before you couldn't have that victory because you were still dealing with the DNA trauma within the body. So we're going to ask the Light Seers deck. What are Roosters repeating, and how does that help them to move forward? So, what are Roosters repeating, and how does this help them move forward? What are Roosters repeating, and how does that help them move forward? What are roosters repeating, and how does that help them move forwards? What are roosters repeating, please? So we've got 4 cards. It begins with the 3 of Wands, which is a card of vision, of knowing that the solution is coming towards you. Now in this card she stands looking across an emotional ocean, which links very much in with this card of Jormungandr, connecting with the emotional waters of kind of the whole planet is the point, that connecting with all the emotions of the natural world. But in this, she's just holding her surfboard. She hasn't decided to step in. So you're repeating this energy of standing on the shore, waiting for that moment that you plunge in and dive into this wonderful sea of emotions. And the fear that you have is that it's going to create a tower moment. We have the card of the tower. Now, the tower card represents when we haven't, the death card is when we choose to make a transformation. This is like saying that you're scared of a transformation coming in that you can't control. So you've got to let go of control. And actually, that card is coming directly underneath this fractal frequency of trauma within your DNA. But the beautiful thing about this tower is it's the most divine tower moment. There's a sense of the moon behind it. There are butterflies transforming, and the squirrel is looking up in anticipation of the wonders that are coming towards them. But I'm being given with this card of the magician the sense that you have to bring this tower moment on. You have to work with the cosmos to bring about this change. And the magician is coming underneath the temperance with these beautiful flowers that are blossoming. This is the moment for this. It's the moment to embrace the changes that are coming upon you. And it's followed, well, let's go, before I go on to that, the magician is sitting there as divine masculinity, sending energy into the pool of emotions. So reaching out to the emotions that feel a lot like they're yours, because they're a story that you have connected to your life, but the energy of the emotions belongs to ancestors, but it's been opened and is echoing within your life. And it's time to release that by manifesting change, manifesting a magnificent transformation. And where is that taking us? To the 6 of Wands, to the victory that we weren't able to see before. And taking a bow, congratulating yourselves, Roosters, knowing that you've achieved this moment because you've worked on your shadow aspects to remove all of this stuff that's blocked within you. So let's just go again to the Moonology cards. So this repeat, how do they get through this repeating energy? How do they get through? How do our lovely roosters get through this energy? How do they get through? How do the roosters get through? So we have meditate and contemplate. So this is a new moon in Pisces, which is incredibly watery. You need to meditate on your emotional place within the world to find those emotional aspects that actually belong to you rather than the ones that have been triggered in you through inherited memory. And then we have hold your vision. They're just really echoing so beautifully these the earlier cards. Hold your vision. It's a fixed moon. You need to be firm in the vision of where you wish to be as we move towards the end of this year. And then you have new moon in Taurus, and that's prosperity lies ahead. So earthing in, if you can earth in this time, if you can connect, so you've got, your dreams need a practical plan, and then you get your completion. You get the energy of prosperity being the thing lying ahead, but you get your prosperity through a connection to the earth. Okay. So, what's the journey forwards, please? What's the journey forwards for our lovely cock-a-doodle-doos? What's the journey forwards? What's the journey forwards? What's the journey forwards? Right, so we're working with a sense of duality. So this card is saying to me today that you need to merge your divine feminine consciousness, as we said, with the earth grid, with the natural world. And there's a sense of, there's lots of people around, and it's actually your concern for others that's causing the difficulty, that's creating that blockage that this card started with, standing on this solid stone. We need to remove that blockage to help you connect through. And you have the 7 of voices, so this is the 5 and the 7 of voices, which makes a 12. And this is, because it's a 12, it's really echoing this fractal of the energy of ancestors needing to be cast aside and to create a brand new pathway. This is getting up, getting back up, and opening your doorways to, I kind of want to say, dream-like sort of joy. So in the card, in the reverse form, that's the last moon. That's the energy of before. It was very black and white. It was very grey. It was very blocked. Now you're moving towards this newer energy with the gateway just here. The foxes are now actually coming to life in true colours, seeing the world differently. And there's a real sense again of the Elfhamir, the shiny light that sort of, that all of the elves are like the Pharos lighthouse beacons. They're so connected to spirit that they just radiate light from within. And that's your doorway that's opened, is to begin to radiate your light so that people see this version of you rather than this version of you that's still struggling. And then it comes with the 3 of materials. This is talking about the when you find the ability to connect your male and your female divine elements, you need to add the 3rd element, which is the inner child. And so this is the beginning of that process of your inner child's energy beginning to flow through the cosmos, through the emotions, calming the inner child. Looking, I want to sort of say, don't go backwards and review aspects of your past that bring you pain, because they're really part of this energy, this repeating fractal. What you need to do is to disconnect from everything that was past and allow that to just slide away, and accept that if you can embrace the now and your dreams needing a practical plan, stepping forwards towards your south node will connect you with your inner child. Now, as you connect with your inner child in trust and in faith that you're on the right pathway, you will begin to find that from this moment of source that's almost a very distant past in the back of your mind, much more blissful memories of when your inner child and you were happy will begin to cascade down and tumble into your consciousness, so that you can begin to actually appreciate the moments of joy that you've had, instead of focusing on the moments that you've had that have caused you pain or sadness. And we end here with the Muse of Materials, which is just to be completely zen with these energies, but also to masculine, feminine coming together, the inner child able to walk through as the new energy that's heading towards this wonderful eclipse that will take place in December. So I'm just going to ask for an outcome card, please. I'm going to risk Odin and the 9 realms. What is the outcome, please, then, once they have found this balance between the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and the divine child? Oh, Nidavellir. Nidavellir. This is the realm of the dwarves, and they made all the wonderful tools, magical, like Thor's hammer. They made the Rheingold. They live in golden palaces, and this card is a promise of a gift coming from source, from gods, from the energies that know, to bring you fantastic life journey forwards. So it's a really beautiful, wonderful energy, and it's like the door that we've seen in so many of these other cards is just waiting to be opened by you, and to step into this new energy of coming into the golden halls, the shiny sun energy with the Elfamir. Elves and dwarves are right behind you, creating this new, I mean, really beautiful, wonderful opportunity to move forwards. And it will be like a physical gift, something that will come your way that will make a huge difference to life. So, Roosters, that's your reading, and I hope it helps you, and wassail.